Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm Nicole and today we're making decadent and beautiful chocolate ganache sandwich cookies. Thin chocolate wafer cookies are sandwiched together with ganache for a real chocolatey treat. They're just in time for Valentine's Day. And as always, the full recipe will be included for you in the description. We'll start by making the ganache. Finely chop semi-sweet chocolate. Pour over hot cream and corn syrup. Allow to sit for 5 minutes to melt the chocolate. Stir until smooth. Cover with plastic wrap directly on the chocolate and allow to sit at room temperature to firm up for several hours. Now, adding the corn syrup to the ganache is not essential, however, it does help to keep it pliable, glossy, and smooth. Next, we'll sift together all-purpose flour, cocoa, baking powder, and salt. And set aside. To a stand mixer bowl, you'll add room temperature unsalted butter and granulated sugar. Beat with a paddle attachment until light and fluffy, scraping the bowl once or twice. Add a room temperature egg along with vanilla and continue to beat until incorporated and fluffy. Add the dry ingredients and mix until just combined, scraping the bowl once or twice. Scoop the dough out onto a layer of plastic wrap and press out evenly to about 1 inch thick. Wrap up and refrigerate for 1 to 2 hours until firm. Now that our dough is chilled, we're going to go ahead and roll it out into about a 1/8 inch thickness. Lightly flour your surface. Sprinkle the top with a little more flour and roll. And the dough will soften as you work it. Cut into desired shapes, and today I'm using a heart mold. And place your cookies on a parchment-lined baking tray about 1 inch apart. Bake in a preheated 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for 7 to 8 minutes, one tray at a time. Remove and allow to sit on the pan for about 5 minutes before removing to a cooling rack to cool completely. Gather up your scraps and form them into a ball. And work the dough back together. And again, roll out to 1/8 of an inch thick. And I find I can generally roll the dough 3 times. Once the cookies are cool enough to handle, we're going to add our ganache into a piping bag. Today I've fitted mine with a number 19 piping tip. However, a plain tip or simply a hole in the bottom of the bag works as well. And don't worry if your ganache is a little bit on the stiff side, it will soften up from the warmth of your hands while working the piping bag. To the bottom of one cookie, pipe a couple teaspoons of ganache. Place the bottom of a second cookie on top of the ganache and sandwich together. And if you happen to have a little bit of ganache left over like I do today, it makes great truffles. Simply scoop out and roll in cocoa powder or chopped nuts for a delicious treat. And to decorate our cookies, we're going to melt chopped semi-sweet chocolate. I find 30-second intervals in the microwave works well. Add a teaspoon of corn syrup to help keep it smooth. And add to a piping bag. And snip the tip for just a very small hole. And drizzle over your cookies. There's no right or wrong way to decorate. And for our Valentine's Day theme, we'll adorn them with a pink or red pearl. These are definitely the cookies for chocolate lovers. Rich and decadent. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a great recipe. Or you can visit me at my website at compelledtocook.com. We'll see you again.